We're here with Kenneth Rogoff, the chess Grandmaster, economist, former chief economist of the IMF, and again a big fan and supporter of chess. Thank you so much for being here with us. How do you feel about having a chess event of this scale, the World Corporate Chess Championship, here in New York?
Well, I think this is pretty cool. I mean, I think it's unique. I haven't seen anything like it. It's why I came. I think you never know, but it seems like something different and potentially good for chess, getting more people interested, and I think the potential corporate sponsorship for chess, it's very important.
How difficult is for chess to find corporate sponsorship and to have support from obviously we've seen over the years that chess is mostly supported by state funds from countries in Eastern Europe usually. So how difficult is it for chess to get corporate sponsorship somewhere like here in the States or in the West in general, in your opinion?
Well, it hasn't been easy. I mean, I think there is corporate sponsorship, but we haven't had a U.S. world champion. Doesn't help. Very close. We might have the numbers 2 and 3 in the world, and potentially, if things go differently, maybe the world champion. So I think the U.S. is very biased that way. But I think it's also been the case that there is interest in chess. You see it in the newspapers, you see it in the coverage. Chess is actually overall doing as well as when I was playing in the Fisher era. My sense is the overall level of incomes, the engagement is as high as it ever was. I mean, the pandemic helped. The Netflix series, The Queen's Gambit, helped immensely. And a little bit of that's tailed off, but I think a lot has remained.
You're also professor of public policy at Harvard. First, can chess be integrated in public policy and help public policy?
Well, I think playing chess is very helpful to young people in, learning how to think, learning how to study, learning how to think strategically. I feel there are many skills I've learned from chess. Maybe I could have learned them another way. For example, chess teaches you in a disciplined way to think about what is the other person thinking. Now, of course, my wife would say, wait, you have to play chess to learn how to do that? But it's a particular way of thinking. It teaches you have to make a decision. You can't just walk in circles forever and not make a move. You have to arrive at a decision. How do you arrive at a decision when there's usually no perfect answer? I think it's useful, and it's a cliche, but it's true. Chess teaches you to think ahead. If you're just looking one move ahead, you're not seeing anything. You've got to look around the corner. I think that's important in everything in life. Probably your social life, but certainly in business, investing. And I think compared to a lot of things young people do today, chess is fantastic. So I wish even more people played it, but it's a good period. I mean, I think there are more people interested than in a long time.
You know a lot of people in the business world. How present is chess in the boardrooms or chess thinking?
I mean, I'm not exactly in the boardrooms. I talk to policymakers. I probably met, half the people at one time or another casually, but I'm not necessarily. I don't think they're using, chess every time en passant, and that's a gambit. But I think there are a number of people who play chess who are, in the boardrooms. I think it's, something that you probably have a disproportionate number of very successful people in finance for sure, probably in tech, who are chess players.
And what about chess at Harvard? Are students taking up chess a lot there where you teach?
Well, we have Jennifer Yu, who's been 2-time U.S. women's champion. We're very proud of that. And we've had, important players over the years. I use it a bit in my teaching, but not so much, to attract chess players.
We've seen the number of Grandmasters growing in the age of becoming a Grandmaster coming down rapidly, quickly. You are someone who quit school to focus on chess and then came back. What would your advice be to parents or aspiring children or teenagers who want to take up chess, maybe professionally, or having hopes to do something big in chess?
Well, I mean, we could be talking about football, for example. I'm talking about soccer, what everyone else calls soccer. and that's a decision parents are making all the time. Tennis, I see it in golf. It's not unique to chess, but certainly you have to be very good to make it. If you are the number 200 player your whole career, it's not so easy. That's true in tennis. That's true in golf. If you're not, one of, I don't know the right number, but one of the top 50 players in those fields, it's tough. I don't know that chess is any different or unique. Music, we could pick the same thing. Chess is certainly very good developmentally. It could be a lot worse what your kid is doing. I think people can make a transition from being chess players to doing many other things, but it's a complex decision.
And this event is part of a wider set of events this year to mark the 100th anniversary of the founding of FIDE, the International Chess Federation. What are your thoughts on that? That it's been 100 years since the chess world organized itself professionally.
Well, I mean, it's something to celebrate. I think, I wish FIDE was an even bigger magnet for funding than it is. I think it's sort of caught up in a bad organizational structure, not the people, but the voting structure that Max Uwe introduced that's been hard to break out of. I think we need to do that at some point in order to have more rationality in the FIDE structure. But FIDE's done good work. I mean, the candidates match tournament was very successful, held a successful world championship, successful blitz championship. So certainly they've done a great job, but there's potential to do much better.
And Ken, final question. I know that you said you don't play chess at all. How difficult is that, given that you're a Grandmaster and you've completely given up playing, even online or whatever?
Well, I follow chess, so I love chess. I think about chess more than I would like to say. In situations I probably shouldn't be thinking about chess, I certainly do. But I found everyone's different to be creative, and what I do, it was sort of needed to keep my mind clear. And when I play chess, I think about it all the time. I could have been a professional chess player. I wouldn't have been Hikaru Nakamura, but I loved it. I'm sure I would have been happy as a professional chess player, but I'm also happy as an economist.